right, here we go. Let's get into this right now because CK, I wanted this goddamn game, man.
Man,
I wanted this game. I wanted 5 in a row. 8-point lead in overtime with a minute and a half, and we blow the game. Knicks lose 140 to 135 to the Hawks in double OT. Golly, man, I wanted that game, man. Where did this thing go wrong, bro? Where did this thing go wrong, man?
it went wrong with about 12 seconds left in regulation. That's where
my God.
it all went wrong. And it's funny because I didn't think I wanted this game until that point. When we made that comeback and we did what we did in the last 4 games in our 4-game win streak, we looked a lot better. We locked down. We made some great shots to close out that game. But then that last 12 seconds on the clock, Julius Randle waved everyone off.
Hero Ball, Julius. Is it possible to be the hero and the GOAT in the same game?
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Julius erases a heroic performance, CK. 35 points, 18 boards.
Yeah, bro. Great stats.
Oh, man.
If you open that box score, you see those stats, you're saying, oh, man, at least Julius balled out. Well, check the tape.
Hero Bull Randall, we seen this nightmare in the beginning of the season, CK. I'm getting flashbacks all over again, man.
Man. A lot of the same thing.
Oh, man. I mean, listen, you give them credit. They clawed back 15-point deficit in the fourth. They clawed back.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Forced this thing into overtime. I thought Mitch's closeouts to get this thing into overtime was terrific. Mitch in crunch time. His defense was excellent. Excellent. You had Ellington. Wayne Ellington. Where was this performance a couple months ago when we wanted to trade you?
You've been killing it in this last streak, man. Right. Trade deadline need to be moved back to after the All-Star.
Could we get an extension, Adam Silver? Give me an addendum. Check all the fax machines. I think we left something on there with Ellington, all right? Ellington and Frank leading us back in the fourth quarter. You had Bullock with a clutch corner three. Mitch closing out in regulation, snatches the ball out of the air with the excellent anticipation to force this thing in an OT. Randall hits a clutch free throws. Oh, man.
Play. That play by Mitch, like, I know it's gonna get lost in the sauce, but that anticipation,
it was beautiful
for that alley. Oh, that was so nice.
That was beautiful.
So good.
That was beautiful, man. But then, bro, in overtime, you have the ball with a minute 30 seconds left. We're up by 8. I'm getting ready for post game. I'm getting ready to do a giveaway. I'm like, this is gonna be phenomenal.
Yes.
We're gonna have the delusional fans gonna be talking the P word. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great show.
Right.
And they're out there running a prevent offense, man. Like, how do you let the 24-second shot clock run down?
Let that sink in. A prevent offense. Let that sink in. Oh my God.
How with 8-point lead, you let the 24-second shot clock run down and you're throwing the ball all around the perimeter? What is going on?
Passed up so many, and I am one for ball movement, but we had 2 wide open shots in that same possession, and we ended up getting man. Overtime.
Man.
Second overtime was gross.
And then the second listen, man, once it got to the second OT, I hate to make excuses, but the team was coming off of a back-to-back. They needed to close it out in overtime.
You can see their gas. But I think that's also going to be the talk of the chat tonight, because it was a talk of Twitter, but everybody talking about why were there no subs? Why were there no subs?
Yeah.
Because you could tell they were gassed.
They were gassed. Julius was gassed.
Definitely up for Peyton.
Peyton was gassed to the mentally gassed to the point where he thought he was Stephon Marbury out there. I'm like, pass the damn ball, man.
Yep.
Pass the ball. We had a chance to tie this thing. We're down 3, 136 to 133. And Elfrid Payton is the last person on the whole entire team.
Step back. That boy said step back.
With a step back 3. I would have rather seen Randall taking that 3 of all people, man.
Both, yeah.
Oh, man. Boy. Oh man, and then he's dribbling in traffic trying to.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God,
Playing
Peyton.
completely different from how he played the entire game. Him and Frank were playing so well the entire game, and then it's like he just went stupid in the in those overtimes.
Lost his marbles, bro.
Yeah,
completely lost his marbles, bro.
Yeah.
And then obviously, you had Trae Young, doing Trae Young things.
Yeah,
getting the benefit of the calls with the refs. He's starting to learn that James Harden with the off hands, with the hook. Yeah, he's starting to learn that, how Steph is doing it in Harden. Yeah. And then I thought that the pivotal play was when they were trying to trap him with Mitch. Yeah. And Trae Young passes it to John Collins, passes it back to Trae Young. Mitch gambles, gets caught on the gamble. And then they cross it over to, I believe, DeAndre Hunter, who had an excellent game. DeAndre Hunter was excellent all game. Yeah. And buries us with the 3. And then Trae Young comes back and buries us with another 3. And that was it. That was pretty much
the
it
wrap
after that, bro.
That was the wrap.
That was it after that. So, damn, boy. Man.
But this is our fault. This is our own fault for getting invested in this. That's our fault. Like, the Knicks told us all the way up to the fourth quarter, we're not winning this game. But all of us said, nah, this comeback seems real. We're going to overtime. We're going to turn this around. No?
Cardiac Knicks, man. I wanted this game, bro. I wanted this game, man. I wanted that 5 in a row. I wanted to start bragging a little bit.
Yes. Me too. Like, deep down, I just wanted that 5. I'm like, give me the 5, and I'm going to talk my talk.
Yeah. Man. Give me the 5, man. Jeez, I mean, you had, up until the overtime, you had solid play from Julius, Peyton, Frank was nice tonight, Mitch was good, Ellington was out of his mind, Bullock had a season high. I mean, these guys were playing hard. These guys were playing hard and fighting for each other, man, and they just could not finish this game off. Couldn't finish the game.
Those, like I said, man. But how do you feel about that sub-wise in overtimes? What's your thought process on something like that? Because normally it's common for coaches to go through with the lineups you got in overtime. That's what happens. Yeah. But like you said, and like I said as well, you could tell the team was gassed.
But where else were you gonna go though?
That's what I'm saying.
Where were you gonna? The guys that were on the court. I mean, you could have argued for Frank. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From a defensive standpoint.
Yeah, but what are we gonna do? Like throw Knox out there at that time?
You can't throw. You can't throw Kev out there. You can't.
RJ too.
You gotta ride with. Oh, this wasn't RJ's fight tonight. RJ just didn't have. It wasn't his game tonight. Kev, forget about it. Yeah. Frank, you gotta argue maybe a Frank for Bullock swap because Ellington had it going.
Yeah, that's one argument I understand. Even Elfrid, because I mean, it got to a point where the defense wasn't even a thing from the second part of the first overtime and the entire second overtime.
Yeah,
you could make the argument that you can do that swap because Frank was on the entire night, especially defensively when we needed that against Trae.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Because like, where do you go? Like,
where do you go?
I get that argument that you go to your subs, but not in overtime. In a situation like that, you got to ride with the hands that got you there.
That's what I'm saying. You got to. And they should have closed it in overtime. We had an 8-point lead with a minute and a half left.
Man.
There's no excuse, man. They should have wrapped it up.
Did it to themselves.
They should have wrapped it up. I just didn't think it was RJ's night tonight. I don't think he would have helped us either way, man.
He's still getting back from that injury. Yep. Yeah. No, I don't think so either. I agree.
Absolutely. Tonight was the night we missed Mook, man. We missed our close out there, man.
They teased us last night. So I'm here thinking, you know what? All right, we could do this without Mook. Like, fine, we don't need that closer. Tonight said the Knicks said no. We need a closer.
We missed him.
We needed that closer. Yeah,
facts. We missed him. So, all right, it is what it is. Salutes everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP from Knicks Fan TV. My man CK2K in the building.
What's up, everybody?
This is #1 show for the fans by the fans. This is Knicks Post Game Live. If you're a diehard Knicks fan, we'll also talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, and post game live analysis featuring live callers. Smash that subscribe button below and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. All right, let's hear from some angry fans tonight.
Oh, here they come.
Let's start with Malachi from Jersey. Malachi, talk to us, man. How you feeling, bro?
Let it out.
Yo, what's going on, man? What is going on in the world, man?
What's up?
Oh, man. I want to be disappointed, but I'm not really disappointed.
Yeah.
Because the team came off a back-to-back, so I'm sort of like give them like a small excuse for that.
Yeah.
But they said, like you said, but they could have won the game in the overtime. That was their game. But you know what? I think it was the coach's call because, he the one saying, okay, well, run this clock down as much as you possibly can, until you can, get, get a good shot. And that's it. And that's the way he was playing. He was playing like, I would say almost like scared ball.
Playing to lose.
They're playing to lose, like
man.
that.
You can't play like
exactly,
that.
Exactly. Like I said, he was already coming at them. Keep coming at them to the, until the clock is finished. Keep coming at them.
Yeah.
Basically, don't let up off the gas.
100%.
But they
that was like one of the biggest problems too.
Agreed.
Yeah, but also, I think, also I think they should have had Frank in there.
Yeah.
They definitely should have had Frank in there. Because Frank is more, Frank is more calmer than Elfrid is. You know what I'm saying? Frank is not like off of impulse type of player, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Frank is more cooler in the head. Like, if he was controlling the ball, he wouldn't have done that thing Elfrid did. Basically, if he had the ball.
Which
he
one?
Probably looked for somebody.
Yeah, which one?
Which one?
Which thing Elfrid did? Yeah, man. CK, it's a hard call because
100%.
Peyton's had it going a couple games. You know what I mean? I think it's hard. It's hard because Bullock had a great game tonight. Ellington had a great game
Ellington was
tonight.
playing good. Yep.
So it's coming down between Peyton and Bullock that you wanted in there for Frank, and it's a tough call for the coach.
Yeah, because. Like you were saying, because since the suspension, Elfrid's been playing really
good
basketball.
He's been playing well, man.
Tonight wasn't one of those. I mean, tonight was not one of those.
The closeout just wasn't it.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah, the closeout just was not it, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. We got 400 people checking in on Knicks Fan TV. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. A couple super chats come in. We got L. Marshall checks in. He says, bad calls. Let's talk about the Hawks timeout. When the Knicks had the ball, Mitch dunked 131 and 130, 129, 130. Bro, that was the most ridiculous call I've ever seen. Man. And they're going to rescind that tomorrow.
I can't stand that. I cannot stand that. Why was it not? Why is that not able to be reviewed at the time? At the moment that means a dead ball. I don't understand. I don't understand that one,
bro. That was ridiculous. You had
that was one on many.
Lloyd Pierce is right there by the ref. Doesn't call timeout until the ball is a 50-50 ball, damn near in Mitch's hands.
Yep.
And they give the timeout to the Hawks. I mean, they gave the home team the call. That was trash, man.
Yep, that was one of many.
Yeah.
One of many.
Yeah, that was trash. My guy Michael Parker sends us a super chat. He says, has Knox been barred from the G League? Why hasn't he been sent over? Miller's coaching himself out of the head coaching job. Salute to the chat. I've been saying, I think Kev needs a go-to move, man.
He needs to get some reps.
He needs a go-to move, man. You see, if it's not a jump shot, he's lost out there. He's just throwing up wild drives, throwing up shots off of wild drives, and he's not together, man.
Yeah, man. That the 20 is showing. The 20 is definitely showing this year, and the thing is, it sucks because all the insufficiencies are being. You're seeing those as you should more than anything else. But there's so many other things that he's changing. Like you're seeing him be more of a ball mover and passing the ball. But the thing is, like, the defense, you see that the missed shots, especially something that he's supposed to be doing, he's not doing that well. And like you said, he ain't got no go-to. If the shot's not there, I mean, when he gets to the paint, Lord knows how that ball's going up into the rim. Will it be the floater?
Thrown up.
Will it be thrown up? You never know. So. Look, and you guys know I'm a Knox stan, but it's a given that he really does need to get some time in the G League. Like there's something's there. 100% has got to do with confidence, but look, you got to work through that. And I'm all for trying to give him the minutes to figure it out, but at the same time, when you play this many games, you're not doing anything with the minutes. It's almost how I feel about Dennis Jr. as well. You're not doing anything with the minutes, then there's got to be a different solution. And he's still young, so throw him in the G League.
Throw him in the G League, man.
It's development. It's not demotion.
Yeah.
It's called development. That's a part of you being the age you are,
Absolutely. Let's hear from Ari tonight. I'm sure he's pretty angry. Ari, what's going on, man?
Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, double up on some devil's lettuce now. It's a rough game, man.
Get that indica in your system, man. You need to chill out, man.
Oh, my God, man. Oh, my God. Yo, this is my opinion. So, I mean, I knew that, when Morris got traded, we're going to have a hard time closing out games because, no matter what, like Julius Randle had a very good statistical game, but he's not the type of guy you give him the ball and you say, "Get me a bucket." And like I know a lot of people.
Well, he did it last night. Yeah,
defense
but
is
how
very-
can you say that? He just gave you one last night, man, and won the game for you, bro.
Oh yeah, well I didn't watch the game last night, but I'm just saying in general. Like, I don't know. He's not that. He's not a closer. The guy's not a closer. I don't. Maybe he did it last night. It was one game. He's not a closer, in my opinion. You know, he can't create his own offense. He does for the most part. Maybe once in a while he can, but like he's more of a finisher around the rim.
Yes.
I mean, we do have a closer. He just happens to not play at all. But that's neither here nor there. But
say his name.
My real question is like, ISO. That's his name.
There it is. That's
but
one
let's not even. Yeah. But listen, you know, this is my thing. I think Mike Miller could have done a lot better job today. I don't understand. This is my problem. So like, Trey's going off. Literally every single shot, he's taking every single shot. He's doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you not put Frank in the game to slow him down a little bit? You know what I mean? And when you do put Frank in the game, all that happens is they do a pick and roll and they switch Frank off of it, and then you have Randall or Ellington or someone guard him.
He's not even guarding him.
Yeah, so it's like you need to have a defensive scheme where you kind of like, you know, you jump the pick and roll and you force the ball out of his hands or something like that. Or, you know, you have to go around the screen if you're Frank. And that's my problem with Frank. Listen, Frank had a good game today, but, like, this is a different era of basketball. This is not, like, he was drafted by Phil Jackson for the triangle offense, right, and to play defense. And the game has changed where you literally can only have one person on the court who can't shoot, and that's Mitchell Robinson. And everyone else needs to shoot, and the space needs to be space. And on defense, on-ball defense is, like, devalued these days because of the pick and roll and the pace and space offense. It's more of a team. It's more team defense. I feel like the game is kind of like shifted away from players like Frank. And I think that, you know, if you have ISO to close out the game, or you have,
he's still sick,
you know,
though. ISO was null and void. He was still sick.
Oh, he was still sick.
He was.
I mean, listen. I don't know. I would have just put Frank. I would have tried to put Frank in the game and tried to come up with a defensive scheme against Trey, because you're not putting Frank in for his offense. And coming down the stretch of the games, I know Wayne Ellington had it going with his jump shot a little bit, but like I would have put him in the game instead. I would have put Frank, and I hate Frank, and I would have put him in the game just to slow down Trey instead of Reggie Bullock or Wayne Ellington, because they're not getting you a shot either. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think this game is on Mike Miller, and I think you know, we should just expect that we don't have a closer and it's going to be hard for us to win games down the stretch.
Yeah.
But good effort, and at least we have you know, at least we don't have Fizdale coaching or Steve Mills in the front office.
Could be worse.
You know, it could be worse.
Yeah.
So thank you for the call, guys.
All right, man. All right, take it easy,
go ahead, man.
Listen, man. Julius brought you guys home last night, man. Now all of a sudden he's the GOAT, CK.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's
but
tough.
Devil's advocate, we could probably count on how many times he has closed out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's just me.
I hear you.
Needle in the chat, elbow in the chat.
I get you.
But yeah, I mean, with Mook going, this is gonna be the guy, love it or not. You know, I just think, yes, he is a closer more so than a guy that's gonna, you know, win a game just initiating the offense. And again, we see that when he tries to do too much, it never works out well, man.
Yeah,
it just never works out well. So, you know, I would deal with it, but I would rather him getting the ball, you know, with Peyton or somebody setting him up to
me
finish
too.
It.
That is exactly what I was saying. I didn't understand that play. I need to watch it again. I'm not sure if that was a Mike Miller. I'm not sure if that was Randall waving it off, but I would have much rather the same thing. There was so much time left on the clock. I would have rathered Elfrid, because we know Elfrid likes to get the ball to Randall anyways. Yeah. So I would have liked Elfrid to put him in a better position in the paint to do something down there at least. But whatever, hero ball is in his mind, but it wasn't on the court.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. And Mr. Mike, salute to Mr. Mike in the chat. He says Julius brought it home playing in the post. But point guard Julius does not work, especially in crunch time.
Exactly. Yep.
Exactly right.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
We've seen it time and time again. So Again, tough loss, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. If you went to the game tonight, leave us a comment. Let us know. We'll shout you guys out. If you guys are new in the chat, also leave a hashtag new and we'll shout you guys out as well. Let's go to Nate from Rochester. Nate, how you feeling tonight, man?
Nate.
What up, guys? Still caught way down to me. I still don't like him.
Yeah, Nate, take us off speakerphone, bro.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
You good?
Yep.
Hey,
much better. Much better.
All right,
Much better.
there you
Yeah.
All right, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
So about this game, my beef, like, with this game specifically is Julius Randle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just because, like, he seems to have, like, the worst good games I've ever seen.
Yes.
Yes, yo, you'll watch him.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
And, like, you'll be infuriated. But he had like almost a 30-20 game, right? So like,
yeah, he beats
Damn
it.
near.
like, yeah, he was playing, but like, bro, like there was like 4 or 5 different plays where Julius Randle, I think he had like either like Mitch under the basket, and it wasn't just Randle. Everybody was missing Mitch tonight, especially Wayne. I saw him miss one that was bad.
Yeah.
I think we were up like on OT.
He did.
Yeah.
And you'll see like anybody that's younger than Julius Randle, like he will refuse to pass to like in the corner. He's going straight to the basket. And it's like you have to trust, even if they're like obviously like RJ, Frank, or Knox, like they're probably not going to make it, but you still have to have that trust in them, just to like either like get the chemistry like going, or even just to, like have the defense acknowledge that you'll pass it to them. So like when you keep going to the basket. Like now, like that ruins the spacing when you don't like pass it to like the other players, and it's just like I don't know. It was frustrating to watch.
Yeah,
that's all I really got. But yeah,
not alone.
It was
Caught
tough,
Wayne
man.
Ellington.
He says caught Wayne Ellington. Where was all of this when we wanted to trade him, CK?
I'm saying,
Oh my
man, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing, bro.
what
He
he
said,
was
"I
doing.
want to be on the Knicks. I don't care what nobody says."
Or he wants to call his own destination, man.
Facts. That could be
Ellington
it,
sabotaged the trade deadline, man.
Facts. But on what he said about Julius Randle missing the younger guys, I'm waiting for that montage of all of the times he has turned away RJ Barrett, because I feel like that is a reoccurring theme every single game. I mean, it's everybody, because like you said, there was a lot of misses on Mitch in the paint.
Oh yeah, big time.
RJ Barrett, I feel like there's just some beef. I don't know what it is, but he misses them too blatantly sometimes, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah,
or maybe it's just his vision's just that bad. Who knows?
I think it is. I think it's a vision. It's
It's most likely that one.
I think it's a vision.
That was me trying to thread the needle that time. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes he gets it. Sometimes he gets a pass off. But a lot of times it's just tunnel vision Julius, man.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just tunnel vision Julius. So, Apple fanboy in the chat says he was at the game. He was on the screen at the end. Hat, glasses, and jersey. Okay,
hey,
shout out. Yeah, shout out Apple fanboy. James Lanier said he was also at the game. New York, we're heavy in ATL, man. So damn near every other seat was a Knicks fan, but just couldn't bring it home, man. Could not bring it home. L Marshall sent us another super chat. He says, "Can we say there were no reliable subs for overtime?" Yeah, I think other than getting Frank some better, more effective minutes, I'm not really sure who else could have helped. What do you want, Portis out there? You want Portis?
In his defense, though, Portis did play okay in that first half.
He was all right.
No, I still don't want him out there. No, I don't want him out there.
He was all right. Portis gave you 15, but I mean, you're talking about tunnel vision.
No, not that time. Not at that time. Nope.
Not at that time, man.
Nope.
Not at that time. Damn, one of that game, man. One of that game.
I'm telling you, CP, it's our own fault, bro. That's our own fault. We should have just listened to the Knicks at third quarter, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Just turned it off. We should have just turned it off, man.
I'm telling you.
Damn. No Harkless tonight. Harkless is sick. Harkless caught whatever's going around.
Yeah, man.
I think he's sick from going from one of the best teams to one of the worst. My man's nauseous right now.
And he's definitely right. That's the real sickness he got right there. He's trying to figure all that out, man. The trade deadline blues is what he's going through right now.
His mentals is scrambled right now.
He's trying to figure. But that's my question for you, though, CP. Where is he? Because he needs to play. But who's losing the minutes?
Honestly, man,
You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea, bro.
Man,
Honestly, it's welcome home, Mo. But I mean, if you want to buy out, we'll get you a buyout. You know,
yeah.
Because I just don't see where he's slotting in right now.
Because we still got Dotson that's going through it right now with the sickness as well. Like I'm assuming that they're probably going to start trying to throw Trier out there because why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to see what they're going to do with that.
Alex Collins says he's got buy me out itis.
Yep, Alex. Yep. I think that's what it is.
He wants to go to the Lakers, man.
He
wants to go back to LA. I wouldn't mind it because I have no idea who's minutes. Somebody said Knox. Maybe throw Kevin Westchester for a little bit.
Maybe.
Kev needs a mid range go-to move. He needs that go-to move, man. Mm-hmm. He's just missing way too many wide open shots.
That's my guy. But at the same time, it's just like man. It's completely night and day compared to this from this year to last year. But that's the thing. Like, I don't understand. Like Homeboy said in the chat, I don't understand why it's almost frowned upon. Like every other team does it. Yeah. Why is it so frowned upon for us to send a guy like Dennis Smith Jr. or Kevin Knox to the G League to go develop? You know what I'm saying? Like, that to me, I don't understand that. I got to understand that too. I got Berman of the Post is coming on the podcast tomorrow. I'm gonna tell him to ask Mike Miller that next game. I'm gonna check that one out first. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Berman to press the G League issue. We the fans need to know. Please, we need answers because I need to know. Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah. 100%, because I know that we've been pushing that. Like I'm sure the coaching staff too, pushing down his throat, defense. But he, 20-year-old mind, like he's like, all right, focus on defense, and everything else is gone now. So it's like he's just in the sunken place, and the only way to get it out is if he plays basketball, but it's got to be on a lower level. Yeah, and that's where he's at right now. Bring Iggy up because Iggy's trying to ball. Yeah, Iggy's playing, man. Iggy out there dropping some stats, man. I think he could do it on the next level. I don't think that those are empty stats. I think that's something he can do against pros in the league. Iggy's ready to go, man. Yep, Iggy's definitely ready to go. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. I want to shout out Jay's official in here. Rich boy, what's going on? Knicks Prime, how you feeling? We got Jay's official said what up to CK2K. What's good, Jay? Yeah, man, we got Sean Brown in here. He thinks DSJ should have played more. It's not tonight. Not tonight. And that's not hate. It's just because Alfred and Frank did so good the entire night. Yeah, tonight was Alfred and Frank night. You can't run the 3-point guards out there every night. It's not going to work. It's just not going to be effective. There's always going to be an odd man out. Sometimes you might get lucky where everybody chips in. But there's not enough minutes for 3-point guards to all three be effective consistently. I just don't see it. Not at all, man. I don't see it either. I don't know what we're gonna do, but especially if we end up drafting the guard too, what we gonna do, bro? We're gonna have 4-point guards. with Frank and DSJ on the contract. So we'll see what new president Leon Rose thinks about all these guys. See. That's gonna be the key. We'll see. That's going to be the key. Let's shout out Team #, new Mookie Duke Jr. in here. Mookie Duke, what's going on, Duke. Man? Yeah. I love that name, yo. Yeah, it's a funny name, right? Mookie Duke. KR in the chat, shout out KR. He says, do you think Miller will be here next year? I have no idea. I'm going to ask Berman that tomorrow as well. Just in terms of, you got to think probably not unless we force their hand, CK. Yeah, that's what Terry was saying yesterday on Twitter. He's like, it's unfortunate how it's like the only way for Mike Miller to save his job is if he gets in the playoffs. And it feels like that. Yeah. It feels like it doesn't matter if our players develop or play better. It's like if we don't get in the playoffs, it's like they're already looking past Mike Miller. Yeah. That's unfortunate because I feel like I want to see Miller here continuing to grow with this team. Me too, man. Me too. Because it's not like we're going to be good next year. That's what I'm saying. Like, let us have a good coach that can work with the players while we're going through this process. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this new front office is going to go for the splash. Yeah, me too. And I want it to be – because the thing about Miller that I like so much is that it's just about basketball with him. Exactly.
It's nothing else. It's not about limelight, spotlight. It's not about quotables in the paper. He's X's and O's.
Yes.
Goes to the game, boom, press conference. He tells you exactly what he saw out there, exactly what he's trying to do. Boom, on to the next one. You know what I mean?
Yep. 100%.
I don't want so many egos
that's
in that front
amen,
office
bro.
and coming
Amen.
down. So you just want to keep it basketball, man. That's why I like Miller, bro.
It's okay, because we stupid for not wanting Mark Jackson, CP.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, and the Jackson Hive. You wait, bro. The Jackson Hive is going to get obnoxious to some point.
They kill me. They kill me all the time.
The Jackson Hive is going to come out heavy, ferocious.
Yep.
To get that, man. So, let's see, man. Let's go to the phones. Lambo, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Yo, what's good, fellas?
Chillin', bro. What's going on?
What's good, bro?
Yo, what up? I'm gonna come on to the defense of Julius real quick and just say, he kept us in the game. But, if we would have took him out, we could have probably won. We could have probably walked away with this game if we took him out. I think what happened was we got, and ain't nothing wrong with it, but we got excited because we just got 4 wins. It's like we really wanted to win, and you could see they let the game get out of hand. And it wasn't just the players' fault; it was also Mike Miller's fault. Like, those possessions where we was trying to run down the clock, we tarnished the tempo of the game.
Yes,
when we should have just kept on playing.
We killed our own momentum.
Yeah.
We killed our own momentum, man.
Yep.
It's like they stopped playing basketball and started, I'm not going to say panicking, but like feeling like we had the game and lost the game plan. Like, y'all playing basketball and
played scared, man.
They let everything go. Yeah. Something else that he did, the timeout that he played, it was another stop when things was picking up, and he saw it. The camera went on him, and he was like, yeah, I see that timeout didn't work out. And leading me to say, and I like Mike Miller a lot. I really do like him. But I can tell he's like a C+ at best. Even once he goes with the team, maybe he could touch like B, but he's for what the mass level of what New York is, I don't think that he would bring us long term. I'm not saying he can't get us to be playoff contenders. I 100% believe that he could bring us to be playoff contenders. But I want to see us championship contenders.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that we would have to have an amazing amount of talent for him to do that. And I already see showing face now that the way our organization is set up, he's not in a position to be able to bring us to be championship contenders.
Well, I mean, there's a lot that goes into that, right? First of all, you got to see who your players are going to be, CK. I mean,
that's what I was going to say.
That's first and foremost. Who are your championship players?
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe Miller's just a stepping stone coach. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, he'll have the patience to grow with this team.
That's the thing. And to have this team 12-17 with his time with this team, like, to me, I feel like that is a big enough sample size to think that if he did have a closer, if he did have players around him, he might be able to go that next level. Like, I hear what he was trying to say. Like, I get what he's trying to what the point he's trying to make. But I do believe that maybe if he had some players, there's still another level to see what Mike Miller can do with those kind of guys if he had a closer, just like tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't know if we're ever going to get the chance to see that, though. So,
yeah. Unfortunately, man. Unfortunately, because I'm with you guys. I want to see it happen with them. I mean, just look at all the timeouts that these dudes execute off of, man.
Yep. Every time.
Even down in crunch time, they had they caught Mitch with a nice little lob from Peyton, man, and he got that in there. Almost every time they come out of a timeout, they're running something nice and they're executing it.
I don't know if we just had Fizzo too long, but that's just nice and new to see. Like, it still shocks me every time I see something crazy out of a timeout. I'm like, whoa,
that
was a great play.
Yeah, this is a professional team, bro.
Yeah, it's like wow, yeah,
absolutely, man. So we'll see. It might not be the right situation for him based on this new change, but let's see what happens. Like I said, CK, we might just have to press him with a campaign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Say the word, man. It might have to happen.
It might have to happen, man. I think we had a hand in getting Kenny up here on the 2-way.
Right. 100%. There's no one can convince me otherwise.
We might have to start a "We Want Miller" chant early.
It might have, hey, you gotta do it.
Get it in there early. Get it in there early. We'll see. We might have to plant some moles at MSG, man.
There it is.
Plant some moles at MSG and get Miller in here. All right, back to the phones. Q's with us. Q, what's going on, bro?
What's up?
What's good, fellas?
How you feeling, bro?
CP?
What's going on, man?
CK2K, what's good?
What's up, bro?
Man, really wanted this game, man. You know, you get to overtime, you're like, damn, I want this one. You know, so we should have won this one. I can't blame everything on Randall and, you know, even Peyton, even though I think Peyton's the dumbest player of all time. He's great, but he can't get right. The next moment he does a good play, next moment he does a bad play. But Peyton's been playing great lately. Randall's been playing great lately. But I just think Miller, this was the first game I saw him kind of get a little shook about the pressure because he should have kept his foot on the gas. You know, as a coach, you know, I've been coaching for 10 years, and I never hold the ball and, you know, let the guys try to kill a clock. You know what I mean? Save that crap for another sport. You got to keep your foot on the pedal and bury that team. And so I think Miller will be a stepping stone coach if he doesn't learn how to, you know, completely just kill a team. In the NBA, you got to kill a team. You can't sit up and let guys come back, especially with Trey learning all the rules flopping young. He gets to do whatever he wants, you know. So that's why I can't blame Randall, even though him and Peyton made dumb plays. But they always make dumb plays. Yeah. Let's be serious.
Let's be real.
Randall's not a coach. Yeah, let's be real. They always make dumb plays. You know, I always, in the chat, I stay consistent saying they're dumb plays.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, I stay consistent.
Listen, Peyton is a backup,
you know,
man. We got to realize, we got to come to that realization. And you know, nights like this, you see why.
Yes.
And Randall's a number 2 option. At the most, he could be a 3.
If that.
But we need a coach that can remember. Randall's a bomber bull. He's one of those players you got to put the ropes on him and say, "Calm down, relax, relax."
You got to rein him
because he'll get out of control.
You got to rein him in.
You know, you got to rein him in. So we need a coach that could say, "Look, Randall, I know you're happy, but you need to pass that damn ball."
Yeah.
You know, because that's what you know, we lost because of those bad plays at the end. Yeah. But we got to remember, fellas, and I'll end it on this: the Hawks did score 140 points.
That's true.
So we can't really just blame 2 players. The Hawks scored 140.
Yeah.
So we got to tighten up on that D sometimes too.
Ain't wrong about that.
True indeed. Q,
bye, fellas.
Q. Was it you when we were talking about Miller? Somebody had called and said, maybe he's a good X's and O's guy, but not a good motivator. Was that you that said that?
Nah, that wasn't me.
Oh,
but I did say 2 months ago that Knox need to be in the G League, and y'all kind of looked at me like I was crazy, but he definitely needs to be in the G League.
Kev
gotta go, man.
Kev needs to go down. He needs to go down in the G League.
I quit on Knox this year. I'm not dealing with Knox until next year. Until then, send him to the G League. Give him some humble pie. You know, he's one of those kids that all of a sudden got really good real fast. He's probably one of those kids that got tall real fast.
Yep.
And so he needs some humble pie. He needs to be told, look, you're in the NBA. You're Kevin Knox. You're 6'9". You should be dunking on guys. You should be, you know, a poor man's KD.
Yeah.
Why you not that? Amen. Send him to G League.
True indeed, man. Appreciate the call.
Facts.
Appreciate the call, Q. I'm showing these.
All right, fellas. Peace.
All right, Q.
All right, bro.
I'm showing these Knox highlights from high school, man. That boy was.
Hey, yo, chill out.
Was a beast, man.
yeah.
This is the Kev we want to see right here, man.
I'm saying
this is him, man.
But you know, everything he said was right. And you can tell. You can 100% tell. Like, I joke about it because that's my guy, but I always say that he moves like he woke up 6'9".
Yeah.
Like he been it was 5'9", and all of a sudden the next day he was 6'9", and now you don't know how to use his body.
Yeah, like Bambi.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Bambi
year,
was
bro.
sliding
like
all
Bambi.
around, man. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
So everything the caller just said, man. It's just and like I said, it needs to get out of their head that it's demotion. No, that's not demotion. It's just you need to get over there and get some work and get your reps in.
Yeah.
Iggy's out there doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's part of development.
They got to get him right, man.
They got to get him right, man. Because like you said, he could be like we saw the shades, but he got to. Yeah. It's on him to bring it out.
He has the size, he has the length, he has the athleticism, he has good shooting form.
Yep. Because
Kev can be much better, man.
Facts. Yeah.
Kev can be much better, but maybe it is the mental. And how do you teach that?
Yeah.
How do you teach that?
You don't. That's the thing. You don't. I've said that year 3 to me is when we'll know. We'll know who he is, because that's normally the year that a lot of these guys, you know, whether they turn into the player that they are, like a la Brandon Ingram, but you see in that year 3, all right, they're making their turn one way or another. I don't want to have Kevin Knox be like a Andrew Wiggins situation where it's like year 7 and we're like, yeah, he's almost there. Like he can do it, but he's almost there. We can't do that. Because again, like you just said, it comes to the mental, and maybe he won't have it.
So it's a tough call, man. What do you guys think in the chat, man? Are you still Team Knox, or have you completely bailed on Kevin Knox? You still have hope for Kev, or do you think it's a wrap for Kev?
I believe, man.
Bamboo Music says he's a summer league superstar. That's all he is.
He is, bro. Look, man, I hate that meme, but he was great in summer league.
He
man.
was. We were there, man. We were there. CK, me and you were right there, man. Watching summer league Kev, who was picking up from last year's summer league Kev, and he was looking good.
Looking like it. Yeah. Yep.
He was looking good, man. So let's see, man. Let's see if he can regain it, man. Well, throw him in the G League. I agree. All right, let's hear from the president of the Julius Randle fan club.
Oh, it's time.
It's time. This one I think is gonna get interesting.
It's time. Defend him.
Yeah. The current champion of the Battle of the Fans, by the way. Yeah. Sergio, what's going on?
What's up, CP? What's
Sergio?
up?
How you doing?
You know, I'm not disappointed at all. You know what I'm saying? For a team just coming off a back-to-back, trying to maintain a 4-game winning streak. I mean, for a horrible team this season, you know, there was a lot of pressure on them, but I thought it was a competitive game. I thought they brought the energy that they were supposed to have, you know what I'm saying, for a team that's still relatively young. That first quarter sequence from Randall to Bullock, Frank to the back pocket to Bullock again for the 3.
Yo, that was beautiful.
Oh, my God.
That was beautiful.
I ever saw.
Yeah.
Dude, I jumped off the couch, bro. That was so beautiful to see, bro. You know, but I have to say, you know, Knicks fans, you know, y'all don't know how to act, man. You know, win 4 games in a row, and then y'all act like Trae Young just didn't drop damn near 50 and 13 on us, and all I'm hearing is, oh, we could have had it. Yo,
they wanted it, Serge. We wanted it, man.
That's a special player.
We wanted it, Serge.
Yo, for us to even be in the game, when Trae Young is playing like that, I mean, he was shooting it from the logo. From the logo.
But that's part of the reason why we're still in the game, because he takes those stupid shots. Yeah, he makes some of them, but he misses a lot of them, too.
Everybody just can't blame my nephew, you know what I'm saying? Oh, come on, bro. Defend this dude, and maybe he wouldn't get 48. Maybe we would have won the game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Many a player
and a Hall of Fame coach. Many a player and a Hall of Fame coach, bro. This jersey sank to the bottom of the East River, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is a sink or swim town. And in Microwave Square Garden, bro, despite his flaws, nephew swimming. Nephew is swimming, and you know what? I'll take it. Shout out to Q, because I like that Brahma bull. I like that. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and again, this is another game where Mitch's hands cost us either points or possessions. This is another game. He played well.
Yeah.
He played well, but again, his hand game was exposed. Yeah. You know, there was rebounds he should have had. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's passes he should be catching. You know, Julius lost a couple of assists to Butterfingers Robinson.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, you know, nobody wants to say nothing about that, but that's all right. And, again, despite Mike Miller's flaws at the end of the game, his timeout plays, bro, they still on point. I like the way he's putting Julius with the two shooters with Ellington and Bullock. Ellington and Bullock flanking him with shooters, dude, that looks nice.
So,
and
Serge,
I have to give Mike Miller credit for doing that.
Serge,
because
I need
Ellington
you.
and Bullock are suddenly looking like the players that we thought we were getting.
Hold up, sir. Go ahead, CK. Go ahead.
You got to talk to us, man, because we you're the one we want to hear from. Talk to us about those final 12 seconds in that fourth quarter. Talk to us,
Serge. What happened?
How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
I was feeling good. You know what? Actually, when Mitchell Robinson, when they called the timeout, I thought that was bogus, bro. I know. I don't know. I don't recall if that was in regulation.
That was in.
You know what? And again, I'm gonna repeat what everybody else says. Right now, my position on my nephew has always been, yo, bro, I think he's going to be a good player, a third-level star player on a championship team. I've never said he was the number one option. I've always been the first to say that he's not.
Third.
And he's not a closer. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was going in.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead, talk to me.
All right, yeah, appreciate it, sir. Appreciate it. It was a good call. That was a good call, sir. That was a good call. You know, he was a good debater on that one.
It was a great spin. But there's one thing.
Spin.
One thing he said that I 100% could agree on is that number 3 option. I agree completely.
Yeah.
He is a number 3 on the team for sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen. One thing you can't question. Randall's playing hard, bro.
Yes. No.
He doesn't play smart like Q says. You can't say he's not playing hard.
You can never say that.
He had a clutch block in crunch time.
Good block too.
He had a good block in crunch time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Julia, he's trying to lead this team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would definitely give him a lot of props for that attempt. He's trying to be the leader of the team.
Yeah. I just want him to just stick to his bread and butter. Like, I get it, stretch, try to do what you gotta do, but when he settles for those jumpers, it's just when I can't deal with it. But when you see him do what he does in the post, he's good at it. He's a good player over down there. It's just
true. It's tough. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
Gil Soto, appreciate the super chat. So to everybody in the chat right now, I want to shout out Parth Patel. What's going on? Dr. Carpy, what's going on? Samir Pranav, CP the artist in here. What's going on? Andrew Peoples, how you feeling? Mr. Durante, how's everything?
Shout out.
Yeah, man. Salute to all the mods as well. All right, a couple more calls. Let's go to Damien from New York. Damien, how you feeling, man?
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, CK?
What's good, man?
Yeah. I just wanted to tell you, man, I'll be watching y'all show forever, and y'all got a great show. Keep up the good work. Two good points I want to make. I think that Mike Miller is kind of under the gun right now because he knows that all the movements and all the changes in the front office and the things that's going on right now with the team having a lot of players in the 4 spot, the 3 spot, the 1 spot, he doesn't have a lot to work with. It's hard to really say you're going to develop players like Knox without sending them to the G League. And yeah, it is good sending them to the G League, but can you imagine what it would do for a player's morale if you know that you're playing with a bunch of players and the second you miss a shot, you're going to get subbed out?
Yeah.
It's kind of like an uncertainty where you feel like at some point you're going to come out if you make a mistake. He's playing with this chip on his shoulder, and it's like something has to change in order for him to really develop. And I think regardless of whether he goes to the G League and develops, if that doesn't happen, he might not develop to be the star that I think he could be. He could be an all-star. I'm not saying he'd be a superstar, but I think he could be a poor man's Kevin Durant. I think he's better than Andrew Wiggins. Kevin Knox. I think he's better than Andrew Wiggins because he got an all-around game, but he plays too much with his head down. If he keeps his head up and plays a little bit more confident, I think he could really get his game together.
Well, that's a big if.
And as far as Julius,
that's the thing. Yeah,
that's a big if. Yeah.
And with Julius Randle now, it's kind of shaky because Alvin Gentry kind of introduced him into a different system where they used to let him bring up the ball a lot when he was in New Orleans. So when he brought up the ball, he would facilitate and score a lot more. He was successful in that, but they didn't have that much pieces around him away from him and Okafor. I mean, there was really nobody there. It was like 1 or 2 people there. Okafor, Holiday. It was
Anthony Davis.
Much pieces. Anthony Davis was injured most of that season, and the time he did come in, they sat him down. So Julius Randle really played a lot of that time, and he got to flourish in that system. So he got some of the shots that Anthony Davis probably would have got. So in excuse to that, I think the abundance of shots he was getting in New Orleans might affect the way that he's playing in New York. And he really needs a clamp-down coach that's going to give him certain positions, certain spots where he can actually pick and choose his shots instead of trying to facilitate the whole time down, because you're taking away from the point guard and all the playmaking that we could possibly have.
Well,
Shout
remember,
out to Dennis Smith
Fizz
Jr.
gave
too,
him that
'cause he
same
looked like he lost 10
responsibility,
pounds in the
though.
last 2 games.
You know, Fizz gave him that same responsibility when he got here.
Yeah, but I think Fizz, he doesn't really know how to stroke players' egos. He's too scared. I think when he was in Miami, he had a great system because you had 3 stars. And these 3 stars, they were so dominant, you had to respect their power. Now you come to New York, and all of these other guys, they feel like they have the potential to step up and be the next person. But how are you going to stroke their ego? How are you going to tell this person, and no, you have to sit out so this person could play because this person is playing better at this time? It's hard when you don't know how to, deal with egos and tell somebody that, you know what, you have to take a seat and let this person play.
Yeah, but I mean, in this situation, I don't think there's anyone I would want to defer to in this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, there isn't. I would want the young guys to play. I'd rather see the young guys play because, to me, if I see the young guys play, I'd be more satisfied because at least I know the potential of what we have. Yeah. Bullock and Ellington, I don't mind them playing. I think they're great shooters, and they fit into a system. But at least seeing Trier and some of these guys dotting out on the floor a little bit more would give us a little bit more confidence as to what we're going to see in the future. Because right now, it just looks like the Knicks are saving pieces to buy out a disgruntled star. That's all it looks like.
I agree. And CK, unfortunately, I mean, a lot of people in the chat might not want to hear this. They're going to keep playing hard until they're mathematically eliminated.
Oh, 100%. Like, I've already, in the chat, you should too, already accepted that. That's just where we are. That's what's going to happen right now. There was one statement he said about Fizdale. I don't want to bring back up Fizdale, but I think that one of the only things that he was good at coaching was, I thought was stroking, especially veterans' egos. That's I feel like that's the only thing he did. I mean, he wasn't much of a play caller. His rotations were always pretty weird. But as far as as far back as like LeBron and stuff like that, like I feel like. We saw that, like he was doing whatever Julius Randle had wanted. He wanted him to bring up the ball, then give him that. Those last shots, letting him break plays. Like I feel like that was partially what was at fault with David Fizdale. And then the Kevin Knox thing. I love Kevin Knox, but it was a little far from me. But yeah, man, we. How do you feel about that, though? I think we all want to see the kids go a little bit longer, but we know the writing on the wall is that we're just from now until April, we're going to be seeing all these vets play. Yeah, because until it's completely beaten into our heads that we're not making the playoffs. But how do you feel about that?
I mean, listen, I'd love to see the kids getting more run. Yeah, but it's hard not to see. I just want to see them win.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right, 100%.
But it's hard. It's hard watching RJ just be completely out of this game. It's hard. I want to see more ISO Zoe, even though he has his flaws and limitations. I want to see Kev out there playing well. Listen, I want to give Kev all of Portis's minutes. You know what I mean? Give Kev all of Portis's minutes. I like Bullock. I don't want to necessarily take him out the rotation if it's not earned. Ellington, okay, you could bench Ellington, not a problem. I'll throw Dotson in there
because we got Dotson, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I could live with Dotson in there. Yep. But other than that, I mean, point guard wise, I've always said I want to see Frank and DSJ get those minutes. But again, when are these kids gonna actually take these the reins?
That's the other thing too.
Guys?
Yeah, that's the other thing too. There been opportunities like outside of Dot. Like, they've been opportunities where they're given the minutes. Like, remember there was that little stretch where Kevin Knox was given the starting spot and he did nothing with it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Damian Dotson was one of the only quote-unquote younger guys that, earned his time. Like, he went on a nice stretch, played great basketball to the point where, we were Mike Miller was talking about possibly starting him. He was the first one off the bench. It's about, them going out there and earning their minutes.
It's a tough balance.
Yeah, it's a very tough balance.
It's a tough balance, but I think that there has to come a point at some point this season where you do throw these kids out there. Yeah. Hopefully sooner than later. I mean, right now they're about 6.5 or 6 out, 5.5 out maybe.
Yeah. About 5.5 right now. Yeah, 5.5.
About 5.5 out with 8. So there has to come a point where you do want to see most of these guys with Julius, with Mitch, get Mitch back into the starting lineup. But again, Taj has been playing very well these last 10 games. He's
always I don't remember the last game where he hasn't started off hot. Yeah. I feel like at the beginning of every game he starts off hot. Taj has been doing what he's got to do.
Taj has been doing what he's got to do. So eventually you want to see that transition. I've understood why these guys are playing. But we just gotta see what happens.
I just feel like this is that time where you normally see that transition. So we'll see though. Like you said, it's pretty obvious we're gonna ride this veteran, this hashtag keep develop the vets system till the end of the season.
Yeah. D Rose in the chat says 5.5 is too close to give up. Got to keep pushing, and that's what I think they're gonna do until they're legit mathematically eliminated. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to continue to push it.
Yeah.
Whether it's foolish or not, I think that's what they're legit going to do. Let's go to Shamar in Brooklyn. Couple more calls. Shamar in Brooklyn, what's going on?
Man, what's going on? How y'all doing?
Good, man. What's going on?
What's up, man?
I'm not sure if somebody touched on this, but the end of the fourth quarter, the last 12 seconds, I really didn't like the fact that Mike Miller let Peyton waive him off for the timeout. He's a great X and O guy, great out the timeout. I would have rather him call the timeout and put Randall in a better position on the left-hand side of the court so he'd be on the strong side already.
That's a fair point. I didn't see that Peyton had waved him off, but if he did, that's a fair point.
Yeah, it looked like they got the rebound. Randall was dribbling it up. It looked like Mike was trying to call a timeout, but Peyton was looking at him waiting him no, we got it. And it's kind of why would you let him make that decision at that point in time? And Peyton makes some of the bonehead decisions sometimes as well.
Yeah. Well, listen, sometimes the teams try to catch these guys off guard in transition. We saw it the other night in the game against Orlando, same way. They try to get out in transition and catch a team that's not set defensively, try to get an easy bucket, but it didn't work. They didn't get it this time.
Yeah, I just think on a back-to-back, you try to get that win in regulation. Yeah. So let me call a timeout and draw up a stronger play so we can get a better chance of winning. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Can I say one more thing to you guys?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
The other day, as far as we in a new era, right? As far as Dolan signing these guys to run a team, Dolan is really we in the area of instant gratification. That signing was for instant gratification. The new kids nowadays, it's all about who you take pictures with. All right, y'all like World Wide West? I'm going to bring them over here. Maybe y'all take pictures and give me a meeting. I don't know, but so it might be a good thing. We never know. I want to see how it plays out.
I just don't want to see him taking unnecessary gambles, man, just to try to put a marketing team out on the court. I just don't want to see him taking any stupid gambles.
I think that's everyone's fear.
Taking on salary and all of that just to say, oh, we got this guy. All right, that's not gonna work, man. We need a long-term plan still.
Yep. Or we know the long-term plan. We just need to commit to it.
Commit to it, exactly.
Yeah.
Commit to it. So.
Yep.
Time will tell. All right, two more. We're going to go to Dion and then West to close it. Dion, how you feeling, man?
Hey, what's going on, CP? What up, CK, man? What's going on, fellas?
What's good, bro?
Nah, not much, man. Yeah, first of all, I want to give a shout-out to Scott Perry. You know what I mean? Ninja P, man. He took Mills out, even though it may cost him his job.
He took out Mills.
So we got to give him a shout-out for that, man.
He sacrificed Mills.
He did what he had to do. Yep.
Yeah, man, he died for our sins, man.
Perry with the kamikaze mission. 2 years in, he knew what he had to do.
I'm telling you, man. He said, yo, man, I'm a die a hero, man. I ain't gonna be a villain. That's it, man.
Straight up.
And with his last breath, Marcus Morris in the trade. He did what we had to do.
For real. Hey, man, how many picks we got over the next 4 years, man? He did his thing, man.
7
picks.
For real, man. That's a good look. He had no big contracts, man. He did what he could, man. But yeah, man. But as far as the X and O's, I really want to see that 3-guard lineup with Peyton, Frank, and RJ. Even though the shooting and the spacing is gonna be bad, but I just really want to see if they can make that work because I like how that look. And I really like Coach Miller, man. I know he's got a learning curve, just like everybody. Everybody forget, man. He's a first-time head coach, like. So we just got to give him a break a little bit, man, because at the end of the day, man, he's doing a great job. And that's all I really wanted to say, man. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate the call, Dion. Appreciate the call, man.
No doubt.
Let's go to Wes to close it out. Wes, how you feeling tonight, man?
Oh, man, I'm not feeling so good, bro. I'm not feeling so good. Honestly, man. I'm going to start by saying this. I'm going to preface my comments by this. The year we won 23 games, that Larry Brown coached our team, we had Marbury and Steve Francis and them boys. I don't know if you remember, but in January, we went on a 6-game winning streak. We beat the Detroit Pistons, right? In overtime, I was at that game.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think it was the Philadelphia 76ers. You remember that? Steph was going crazy, shooting them half-court shots. By the way, Steph follows me on IG. Shout out to Steph Marbury. But
he follows me or follows you?
We ended up winning. He follows me.
Oh, okay.
I'll be DMing him. He be responding.
Oh, that's
what's up. Steph is a real one, bro.
That's dope.
Facts.
That's what's up.
I believe that.
If you rep the Knicks, then he looks out. But
yeah.
Let me not digress.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, right.
We ended up winning 23 games that year, right? And that was that 2003? Nah, I can't remember what year that was. But we ended up winning 23 games that year, right? We won in a 16 win streak. I say that to say this. Yes, we won 5 games, and the object of basketball is to win the games. But I don't see any reason to be getting overly hyped or to actually legitimately think that we can make the playoffs, right? We played bad teams, and we struggled with them, and we went out on the top with them. We beat 2 good teams, you know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure everybody knows you're not making the playoffs, right? So now, then you got to look at it like, where are we going as a franchise, as an organization? That's the whole macroscopic view of this thing. Like, where are we going as an organization? How are we going to move forward and become perennial contenders each year? You know, getting to the Eastern Conference Finals or competing in the East. We're not going to do that with this roster, right?
Nope.
And what's the sense of having 7 draft picks over the next 4 years if you're going to draft guys and sit them on the bench and then sign 1-year players to play in front of them so you can get them right so they can then go play against you and scrape you the following season? I don't understand the vision of this team, right? And of course, like y'all was saying, you think that they're going to play it out for the season. They should. I don't think that we should deliberately lose games. That's not a good idea. That's bad for the morale. But you should develop the players you're drafting, right? The reason why you didn't get D'Angelo Russell is because you was not willing to give up a 2021 first-round draft pick, right? Because you want to draft the player and develop him. But if you're drafting these players and you're not even making an attempt to legitimately develop them, then what in the hell is the sense of acquiring draft picks? It's one or the other. Go all in with the vets and make the trade for Russell. Like, one of you guys speculated that, we were going to try and get Andre Drummond, we were going to try and get D'Angelo Russell, so on and so forth, and scrap the whole young thing. I'd rather one way or the other. Of course, I want to go with the young guys. But if you're going to go with old guys, then go 100% in and try and compete. If you're going to go with young guys and acquire these draft picks, then go 100% and go with the draft picks. This franchise don't know what the hell they want to do. They don't know what the hell they want to do, and it looks ridiculous. All of us were saying that they need to scour the earth and figure out what they want to do before they hire a president. What did Dolan say? He said the exact opposite. He wants to make the process as expedient as possible, which is insane. Which is insane. Maybe Leon Rose was the right guy. Maybe, who knows? But do you think that it was a good idea to hire somebody so hastily? If you was looking for a new member of Knicks Fan TV to join and you was screening people, you can't just hire the first person that, you know what I mean, just because you have a relationship, a working relationship with them. It's more of the same. And I don't mean to come and end the show being negative Nancy, but this is me being realistic. What in the hell are we doing? It's one or the other. You know what I mean? RJ Barrett buried on the bench at the end of the game. Julius Randle, he put them points up, but fourth quarter, he was nonsense. He was turning the ball. He wasn't turning the ball over, but he wasn't playing well, and he kept taking the ball out of the point guard's hands. Frank came in, right? he played well. He played decent in the fourth quarter. He scored a couple points. He made a couple passes. But every time there was a fast break opportunity, an opportunity to really break the back of the Hawks, it's like Julius Randle takes it out of the hands of the point guards. He runs the fast break, and he makes the wrong decision. You know? That's not his strength of his game. Like, the guy plays hard, man. I got to give it to him. He plays hard, and he is effective. Yeah. But he just tries to do too much sometimes. Yeah. And his team is all over the place, man.
Thing is,
all over the place.
The thing is, and appreciate the call, Wes. Thing is, CK is like, who's going to take the ball out of his hands?
Yeah, that's the problem.
He's the highest paid player on your team. You're paying him to be the guy right now, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Unless as an organization you say, you know what? We're going to run things through RJ. Is RJ ready for that responsibility full time?
Who knows?
For that pressure full time.
But also
tight balance.
Devil's advocate, but how did Memphis know that Ja was ready? I mean, he had to be ready because he was their starting point guard.
Yeah.
So I mean, devil's advocate, I would, there's people that would say, well, find out. You know, it's not like we're in a place where we're going to win right now. So let's see. But you're right. It is a tough balance. It's a tough
balance, bro. Tough balance. It's like in a game where, again, when Ellington starts lighting it up in the fourth, where you're going to, a Bullock is lighting it up. Yeah. What are you going to do? You're going to take him out and throw Knox in there? Shooting 1 for 5?
Lord knows he would do it the other way around. If Knox was the one out there hitting shots, he would sub him right out so he can get the guys the vets out.
It's tough, man. I hear him 100%. I mean, if you look conversely at the Hawks, listen, the Hawks are 15-39, right? They're right in the same wheelhouse, but you had Collins play 50 minutes, DeAndre Hunter, rookie, 48 minutes, Trae Young, second year, 48 minutes, Herter, second year, 48 minutes. Conversely, T, 27 minutes. So, yeah, the Hawks are playing their young guys. Damn, they're playing their young guys, man. So,
Hawks, you
got to figure this thing out, man.
Hawks, Grizzlies. I can go down the list. That's one of the things that makes me sad every day about my Knicks team. I just look at all these, like I'm watching the Grizzlies, like they're doing both what our Knicks front office wants to do while doing what our Knicks fan base wants to do.
Yes.
They're playing the young guys while making
winning
a playoff run.
And they're winning.
In the West.
In the West. And their young guys are contributing a lot. Yeah. Yep. You got Ja. You got two guards' name always slipping me.
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah. You got Brandon Clark. His name Brandon Clark.
Yeah, Brandon.
Last name's Clark. Yeah, Clark.
Yeah, Brandon Clark.
It's just.
And they're doing the same thing. And they got veteran. I mean, they got rid of a lot of them, but they had veterans that they were integrating with the youth. It's just frustrating to see these other teams doing that. Like, it can be done. Like, I hate that all of our lineups have to be the veteran lineup and the young lineup. It cannot be a combination of both. It cannot be a mix of both, But
it's tough, man.
It's a conversation for another show, I guess.
Tough. Dotson logged the DMP tonight. So your wings, again, it's Bullock and Wayne.
Yeah.
Carrying them. Mitch's minutes was nice. You got 35 minutes out of Mitch.
He closed out, man.
Right. Yeah. And Mitch closed it versus 16 on Taj.
3 steals, 3 blocks, 7-8 for shooting.
Yeah. Well, let's get Kevin the G League, man. Part of the process.
I'm saying.
Let's get him in the G League.
It's part of the process. There it is. It's part of the process. It ain't a demotion. It's part of the process. It's gotta be what's gotta be. I'm excited to hear what Berman got to say. I'm excited.
Yeah. So we got Berman coming on tomorrow night. And he's gonna be coming in from ATL. So we're gonna talk a lot of everything. We're gonna talk Leon Rose. We're gonna talk G League. We're gonna talk coach. A little bit of everything, man. So
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Great show. We are gonna wrap up and get out of here. Couple super chats came in. Shout out to Gil Soto Jr. Appreciate you, Gil. Money Mark says that Perry won't send Knox down because that would be egg on his face because he drafted him. But Knox needs to be sent down to build confidence. I definitely agree with that. Good point.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, good point.
Taya Clay is with Worldwide West. He said the young guys have to take their. He says they got to take their minutes in practice. So he says it's got to be earned. And salute to Big Surge for sending a $5 super chat. So Surge,
hey, shout out Surge.
Yes, sir. CK, go ahead and sign out, bro.
Oh, you guys know it is. Appreciate it as always. CP having me on the show. Love doing this with you guys. But you know, everything CK2K. Talking about the same stuff. You know, trying to add a little bit of optimistic twist to it, but also a lot of realism over on my channel. So if you haven't already, go subscribe to that. But keep supporting, man. I say it every time I'm on this show. Love, and I know I'm speaking for CP just as well. We love the support that you guys bring to us all the time. So I appreciate you guys, man.
Yes, sir. Great show, bro. Thanks for coming on once again, man.
Of course, every time.
And you guys can check CK on his channel. He's about to go live on Coast to Coast.
I am. We are. Yes,
yeah, man. So definitely go ahead and show CK some love on his channel. Salute to everybody that tuned in tonight, man. It was a tough loss. We all wanted the victory tonight, but this wasn't meant to be, man. Remember, this show is available in audio podcast format. If for some reason you missed some of it or you can't watch the whole thing, always remember it's available in audio podcast format and all the major platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Amazon Alexa. Please leave us a review on iTunes, especially. It would definitely go a long way, and we definitely appreciate it. Share these videos, text it to somebody, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter. Hit that thumbs up button before you leave. These are the ways that you can support us for free. Super chats are also appreciated. Just helps us keep this thing going, pay all the bills. But for free, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share these videos. Most important. So before we get out of here, I want to shout out Pranav, all the mods, KR, Alex Collins, appreciate you. Kaiser Sose, appreciate it. Money Mark, James Lanier, appreciate it. All the callers, Q, Wes, everybody, man, appreciate it. Big Mo, appreciate it.
Great calls,
Duke Rich, Ian Goodridge. Remember, tomorrow night I got Mark Berman coming on the show. Not sure if it's going to be live or recorded. We'll see. If it's going to be live, just look out for the notification. But
hit that bell and you'll find out,
hit
people.
Hit that bell and you will find
bell.
out. Very important, man. So we out of here, man. CPCK. Take it easy. Peace.